Yo, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? Bitches, welcome back to the channel. We are back. This is episode 7 of the Real Madrid career mode. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I hope you enjoyed the El Clasico on Friday. It was a hell of a game. We did get the win, which is what we was kind of hoping for. But, you know, at the new camp, you get a point. It's all acceptable. I hope you guys enjoyed if you watched the real-life El Clasico. I, as of yet, have not watched it. You know, I'm going to watch it tonight. You know, we got that TiVo type shit. You know? You record it, you watch it back. I know the result though. Good win for Real Madrid. You know, we satisfied with those. But kicking off today's episode, we are up against Osasuna. You saw the lineup that we went with in this one. Little few changes here and there. You see, Luka Jovic got the start up front. Luka Jovic, as of yet, you know, I said I'd give everybody a chance, and like I said, I'm gonna give everybody a chance, and especially certain players, you know, I ain't gonna rush them. Like I said, I think in a couple episodes back with Camavinga, that I'm kind of having a tough time with him sometimes. Not necessarily having a tough time. He's just not really standing out when he plays. That's it. I'm not having a tough time per se, but kind of just not really standing out. Luka Jovic is a little bit similar as well. Not really getting into any real great positions. But we had a chance coming forward right here after Osasuna just troubled us, and we won ourselves a penalty 29 minutes into the game. Another handball, and the reason, like I was mentioning before as well, the handballs they seem more common than they was in previous games. But it's at a point where it's like there's no penalties given otherwise in the game, and I just want penalties and free kicks. But 29 minutes in, Luka Jovic stepped up for an opportunity for him to get his first goal of the season, and he was denied it by the goalkeeper. And episode 7, Luka Jovic still stuck on 0 goals for the season. But it's like I said, even if I wasn't willing to give him a chance at this point, he's really I mean, we have Mariano, but I don't know if I would rather. I mean, Mariano will get a chance as well here and there, but I feel like I'd still rather put my faith into Luka Jovic for the meantime. And still 0-0, 50 minutes in, and Osasuna had a huge chance. Massive chance in this game. And Thibaut Courtois pulling out another brilliant save. I've mentioned Courtois already so many times this season, and I will continue to mention Courtois this season because he is just brilliant. And you see right there, nice distribution playing it out there as he finds Vinicius Jr. and he skipped past one and then just flew down the left-hand side. Look at the speed. Out here looking like Bane as Valverde. Beautiful curling finish into that far post. And he gets himself on the score sheet again. And he's really, look, Camavinga not necessarily impressing me. But if there is one player outside of the first team who is impressing me, is definitely Federico Valverde. He's absolute baller in this game. And honestly, safe hands. Safe hands. Whoever goes first between Modric and Kroos, probably going to be Modric, right? Modric is about 36, 37 years old. He's probably going to retire next season. I hope not, but he probably will retire next season. We're in safe hands. We're in safe hands, especially if Camavinga really starts stepping up. We are good. And look at that. Now, they're going to pull it back. And it was actually offside. But again, I mean, it was a real close offside as well, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's real close. Those are the ones that I really dislike. I really don't like them offside calls. I really hope the game of football changes and goes back a little bit to how it used to be, where, you know, give them a little bit of benefit of the doubt, man. There's no advantage gained to that. There's no advantage gained to being, quote, offside by that much. But we did make a change as one of our biggest youngsters coming through the academy came off the bench for his debut, and he was able to find the back of the net. Look, he just couldn't believe that he scored literally just minutes after coming off the bench. A nice little run. And remember the name. I mean, look, don't watch the goalkeeper, because we spoke about how goalkeepers are a bit of a mess this year. Like, goalkeepers are so topsy-turvy. They make great saves time and time again, but then every now and again, way too often if you ask me, they do stuff like that. People thought I was joking when I said that I've seen keepers literally dive out the way of the ball, and there it is, right? He literally dived away. He dived out the way so that Felipe dos Santos could etch his name in the history books. Remember the name, Felipe dos Santos, young Brazilian, getting on the pitch and getting himself his first goal for Real Madrid. And I thought, again, some of the things, you know, I want to show you a little bit more. show you some of the other leagues around the world so you guys can keep up with them. Manchester United, top of the Premier League, looking good for them. Man City weren't looking too hot. Across in France, we have Marseille, top of the league. PSG, I'm sure they'll end up top of the league at the end. Bundesliga's looking kind of close between Dortmund and Bayern. But again, I'm kind of expecting Bayern to pull away a little bit. I don't know if I expect Dortmund to hang around there. I expect them maybe to even drop a little bit. Maybe Leipzig jump up there. Over in Italy, you got Juventus, top of the league, just about over Atalanta. That's something I want to show. Again, one of them things, not all the time, but, you know, we'll keep you up to date with some of the other leagues around the world, you know. Make this a more worldwide save, you know. But, yeah, we got ourselves a nice win over there at Osasuna. We had to work a little bit hard for it, especially missing the penalty earlier on in the game. And, you know, Thibaut Courtois making some fantastic saves. And that's something with the keepers. That's something that I do like. Obviously, the keepers are still making too many mistakes. But I like the fact that it seems like when I play against better keepers, like when I played against Barcelona, Ter Stegen and stuff, obviously I'm a little bit further ahead. So I've played against some of the other teams. I played against Atletico Madrid and played against Oblak. And it seems like having a better keeper, it sounds obvious, right? But it sounds like having the better keepers really matters. Because having Courtois, I think Courtois is maybe the second best keeper in the game. I would assume second best keeper in the game, right? I would assume maybe, well, not maybe, I would assume definitely Oblak is number 1, right? And then probably Courtois would be 2 or 3. That's how I see it in real life, at least. Anyway, I see Courtois and Oblak as 1 as 2. So either way, I have one of the best keepers in the world, right? And Courtois is just unbelievable in this game. So I kind of like that, but again, at the same time, they do make too many mistakes. You know what? They don't make too many mistakes. It's that the mistakes that they do make are like the one that you saw in the last game where he's literally dived out the way of the ball. And if they could just tune that up, you know, I'll be very, very happy with keepers. Some people think they're too powerful. I strongly disagree. Again, I feel like it's a lot of the time it's the better keepers that are making these crazy saves. But Courtois was unable to make the save in this game. Rambled on a little bit. We are into a whole new game. I rambled into a new game. I do that sometimes. It is what it is, you know. Sit down and have your popcorn and enjoy. Lucas Perez, another former Arsenal man. In case anybody doesn't know, I am an Arsenal fan. We seem to have a few new visitors for this Real Madrid career mode, and I appreciate. Shout out to everybody who's around here. We got some Real Madrid fans. Hala Madrid up in the building. Vamos, vamos, vamos. Shout out to everybody. But yeah, just you know, I'm an Arsenal fan. So you know, Lucas Perez didn't really do much for us, but I liked him when he was there. So you know, little soft spot. But we did give away another penalty, and it's Eder Militao again. I don't know if y'all been keeping up, but Militao has given away a whole handful of a fistful of penalties so far. But there it goes again. I have mentioned another one of the things I've been speaking about: AI missing penalties. AI missing penalties. Listen, if you've lost a penalty shootout against AI in this game, you must be trash, bro. Because they miss a lot of penalties. It's too much, but hey, I'm not complaining because we were given a chance to get back into the game and we took it with both hands as we put the hazard lights on and we scored one of the goals of the season so far brilliantly. Listen, this is what I'm talking about when I tell you the level of satisfaction from scoring all these types of goals on manual. Just a nice little dink over the keeper from an angle too, and we perfected it. Beautiful goal from Eden Hazard, and he brings us back to level terms right after Elche have missed a penalty, and Lucas Perez just going to be walking around with his head in his hands like he's doing a migraine skank, looking all crazy on the pitch because they don't know what that is in Spain, I'm sure, so they're just going to be thinking he's a lunatic. But still in the first half with all of this going on, and another save was forced out of Thibaut Courtois. And again, I just can't speak highly enough about him. I'm gonna just stop saying stuff about him because I'm gonna just keep repeating over and over again this man, bro, I'm telling you, if we win the league, it's down to Courtois. Like, he saved us so many points already in this save, but he's unable to do anything about this one right on the stroke of half-time as Elche regain their lead, and this time it's Benedetto. I can't remember his first name. You're just gonna have to hold Benedetto his ways. But Argentinian puts Elche back in the league. A goal for each of their strikers in this one. Brilliant volley initially that comes off of the post, and Casemiro, honestly, Casemiro was not having a good game in this in this match. And honestly, it was the game before as well. Casemiro didn't have the greatest games. And right there, he just kind of fell over and allowed them to get in behind. But they had a corner, and we was able to counter-attack us. Eden Hazard, showing his skills of dribbling, plays a nice through ball into Benzema, who's not the fastest in the world, but he was able to get some space in behind. And we tucked it away to pull ourselves level again. Karim Benzema, King Zimmer, who got the keys to Benzema? Oh, yes. Benzema. Getting us back level. Look, I don't even want to complain. I don't want to spend the whole video complaining, but I mean, I know you saw that. That defender should have caught Benzema, but as soon as Benzema took a touch, the defender turned around and ran away a little bit for a second. I don't know why they do that in this game. I really would have to have a sit-down talk with the developers and understand why that stuff happens. But here's what it is. 60 minutes, and we're trying to get ourselves in the lead for the first time in this game. It's a nice interception from Ferland Mendy right there to get us back on the front foot, and Casemiro finds Rodrigo with a lovely pass, and Rodrigo, hey, my finishing though. Oh, my finishing though. I told you it's improving a little bit. It's improving a little bit. I'm telling you, throughout the series, oh man, you're gonna see some nice finishes in these manual settings, man. Getting the hang of it a little bit. Nice little finish. I mean, not in the corner, but it's good enough, man. Kept it low. Got it past the keeper, and Rodrigo da Silva. Is that his name? Rodrigo da Silva? I'm sure. So something like that. Rodrigo. Rodrigo gets us ahead. And that was enough to grab us all 3 points. We went behind twice in this game and was able to pull it back. And that right there is the sign of champions. We weren't at our best necessarily, especially not defensively. We relied on Courtois a lot, as we have a lot throughout this season, and I'm sure we will a bit more in this season. But we were able to get all 3 points. Eden Hazard was the man of the match. He had a good game. Scored the first goal. I think he assisted the second. Yeah, assisted the second with a beautiful run as well, to be honest. Brilliant game from Hazard. Continues his fine start to the season. I mean, we saw Vinicius start the season on fire. He's kind of doused out a little bit. Hazard didn't start the season as great, but he's maintained his form. His good form has been maintained. Quick look at the rest of the month. We have another big game against Inter Milan. That's probably the biggest game of the month. But before we have that, we have our second game, match day 4 of the Champions League campaign, and we're playing against Sarang again. We got a 2-1 win against them in the last game. In the last time we played, we controlled most of the game, but you know, they got themselves a little consolation goal that made it look a little bit closer. But going into this game, you know, it's very confident. I feel it a strong side again, as you can see right there. We have Vallejo coming in for a start. Vasquez at right back. Camavinga getting himself a start. And for this one, we pushed Hazard out onto the left, and Rodrigo came in on the right after winning us the last game that we played. And of course, in my head at this point, again, like I just mentioned, was the fact that Vinicius' form was dipping a little bit, and I couldn't really figure out why. So you know, we have a lot of talent in this team. I decided to just bring in Rodrigo and give him a chance. And we created an early opportunity in this game. And look, when I scored this goal, first of all, the build-up was beautiful. Like, Karim Benzema with some nice footwork. And I think it was Modric who played it across to Alaba, who was starting at left-back in this game, obviously. And you can see the benefits to having him there, because you get a player with so much techers in attacking positions, and you get that. That's what you get. But this goal, when I scored this goal, let me tell you, I almost jumped out my seat because I was gassed and I forgot that I was at home. When I took the shot, I took it like I was on manual, like I was mad careful with it. Like I was trying to hit that top corner, and then it went in, and then I remembered that I was at home, and I was like, oh, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. But hey, the time is coming. So soon enough, we're going to score a banger on manual, and it's going to feel so good. But 35 minutes in, we were able to get behind their defense again, and Karim Benzema, he's lethal from there, you know, especially in the home games. He's not going to miss from there, and he's picked up his form. Listen, Vinicius' form has dropped off a little bit, but King Zimmer, his form, he's just scoring. He's scoring bike to bike now. Like, he's got a bike, and on the other side of that bike is a bike, because he's scoring bike to bike. Benzema, he's got it going, man. Captain, he's doing the job. He's picking us all up as a team, and he's putting these chances in the back of the net. So we're happy with King Zimmer this season. And he honestly, I think he's dropped 1 overall. I think he starts as 89, right? He's at 88 overall at this time. But honestly, can't really feel any difference other than obviously he's not got much pace. But you know, we work around that. And obviously with the boosts like morale boosts and sharpness boosts, he's getting upgrades. And that's what I like about playing with these settings as well, because it makes it such a challenge. Like, it even makes the sharpness and morale boosts more interesting, because normally, like, it's so easy to keep players on good form, just because, again, the game is just mad easy. So, like, not only is the game too easy, but now all of your players are going up +5. And that's one of the biggest problems I have with this game in terms of career mode. Something that needs to be changed, in my opinion. Tone it down. Why have my players got +5 in overall? Because they're happy. Because they're happy and sharp. +5. So you're telling me a 80 overall player is now at 85 because he's sharp? Like, come on. You're telling me current... I don't know who 80 overall. Who I got in my team? You're telling me Luka Jovic is going to turn into Aubameyang because he's sharp? Like, come on, like, it's too much. Maybe +2, maybe +3. Come on, man, that's crazy. But that was the game right there. Sarang, again, just like the first game, got themselves a late consolation goal. But it is what it is. We were very comfortable in that game again. Another Champions League win, and at that point, we're pretty much qualified into the next round. You know, barring an absolute calamity, we'll be through into the Champions League knockout stages. This is how the table looks at the end of episode 7. 12 games played for most of us, and we are top of the league, 2 points clear. I mean, we're definitely not relaxed, right? We're not you know, chilling, which is interesting because we are undefeated still. 12 games, not lost a match, 4 draws, of course, but still only 2 points ahead of Real Sociedad, Barcelona, and Getafe, who of course are most likely going to drop off, as Levante already have. And Sevilla right there. Atletico Madrid down in 6. 7 points off the top already, which is huge. But make sure you return for the next video to continue to see how this league plays out. I'm telling you now, it's going to be a crazy season. So you don't want to miss none of this. Like, subscribe, and share, people. Until next time, peace.